For cheap and reliable coins, head over to utnice.com and go to the checkout. Once you've picked the coins you wanted, use JT11 as the code and get yourself an extra 6% off on your orders. What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Di Natale, the 88 rated striker. Obviously, he is the Italian in the Serie A, so it's a great one to get in terms of a perfect link, or at least a strong link. I don't think these actually get a perfect link, but again, is 850k. Extinct, you can get them on the snipe, there is possible. What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at El Jabba, the striker from the Saudi League, and to be honest, he's not going to be the most desirable. Obviously, until we get icons, you're going to struggle necessarily to link him because realistically, there's not many Saudi players out there. We will have a look through the league and just see what sort of golds we've got now. See if we have got any informs or specials, because obviously they don't have to be just from the nation of Saudi. So we are going to have a look at that and see if we've got any good golds there that can at least just link him or partner up at the very minimum. We are using or utilizing our Pele loan just to kind of help him out. He is a 3-star, so again, not an amazing start. High medium on the work rates, right footed, 5'10". Obviously the chem star we're going to go for is going to be a finisher according to Footbin. We could either go finisher, would give you 93 shooting, 91 dribbling, or you could obviously go with the hunter and get 92 shooting, 98 pace. So one takes you to a 90, one takes you to an 89 in terms of a striker. I think we're going to go with a finishing just because I feel like maxing that out might be actually quite nice. It's an interesting card because the stats throughout are quite good. I think if he was to get obviously upgraded, once we do eventually get to the team of the season rounds and we get the Saudi, if he's like a 90 something, then honestly he will be a good card. Obviously the 3-star is never going to help the card, but as a fresh new card in, it's worth a go. He obviously played most of his time in the Saudi League by the looks of it, and I cannot remember him for Wolves. When was he? 2001, where he came from the Arab Super Cup. Despite drawing the 2 matches, Adoua back to brace, and his teammates 4-1 victory. Okay, so it's about the 2000s by the looks of it. I don't know if that's the start, end, or middle of his career. Playing 156 games for Saudi Arabia and scoring 46 goals. So it's going to be an interesting one. Unfortunately, only power free kicks is his traits. No finesse shots or anything like that. Let's jump into him and see if he's worth 120,000 coins. First ball in. What can we find from him? Pele's going to look for him. Goes for the big ball. Gets the... Oh, imagine. First touch of the ball, he goes for an absolute peach of a bicey. Nearly running on that one as well. I feel like he could be a good striker. I don't think he's going to be absolutely nuts like this is the strike you need to get. But I think most definitely he's going to be able to score a couple or two. There he is. Oh, what a save. What an absolute peach of a save there. Go for the header himself, but Romero is going to take that away. We're going to look for him again. We're going to push it back out. We found Ruben. We don't really want to linger with him too much on the edge of the box. Finds El Jabba. Cuts it across. It's not a clean shot, but Lloris is forced to save it at the very minimum. There he is. He's picked it up nicely. Gone with too much of a run there, which really he should have probably been able to outrun there, but that may be where the hunter would have come involved. There he is. Finds it back. Manages to keep it. He's going to just play with him a little bit, and he's gone for the left foot. Perfect opportunity for his right finesse there. And that just shows you there kind of a little bit when you don't necessarily have the finesse shot, you will kind of struggle sometimes to go for it. And I think that is not necessarily something new this year, but I found last year, even if you didn't have the finesse shot, it still was usable to some extent. There it is. First goal. Gonna take it. 1-0. Obviously a little bit of a sweat, but we take them goals. He gets his first one, and that is what it's all about, is just getting that score sheet up as literally as what you can. If he's in the right position, that is again not even a bad point. Even scoring just sweats with him. It really is not a bad point to some extent, because you know he's in the right positions to get them. Playing it 1-2 with Traore, takes the beating, and this is where it happens. Little ball into Pele. He's going to go for that back heel, and Sterling's going to do a double. When have you ever seen a double back heel goal? Good interception. The guy is playing very, very slow there. Don't know why he slowed it down so much. But Al Jabber is offside there. Oh no, he's not as well. but he's forced a save. I'll give it him. I really thought he was offside there. We left it really late. Tries to jump up, but doesn't manage to. And to be honest, like I say, with strikers now, I've kind of played with quite a few. I'm kind of now understanding what necessarily is really good in this game. That is lovely feet. I'm starting to understand what's a little bit better, what you can actually do, and I've kind of really liked him so far. Very nimble on his feet. So let's jump into the next match, see if he can replicate or not. He just wanted me to stop celebrating. There he is. There he is. Hat-trick hero Al Jabba. Thank you very much. You love to see it from him. Hat-trick hero in the first half. You love to see it. I think Tim Cahill got 5 or 6, I want to say, in his debut. Picks the ball up straight away, looking very confident already. Like I said, the first game is a hat-trick already as well. Just kind of shows you what he's capable of already, and that's exactly what we need. I think the best thing about this game as well, even from just a review standpoint, especially being brand new as well, that is always what's going to help this, is that a lot more people seem more usable. Not necessarily more meta, but more usable. That's a cracking ball in. Can we repay the favour? I wanted it back to Al Jabba, but didn't quite do it. But I do think with like how the mechanics work and kind of like what is considered better at this game, it has opened the doors for a lot more players. Lukaku, for instance, even though yes, he is a very good card and the stats are quite nice as well, he still would have been far too bulky for the likes of FIFA 21. So it's nice to see that we are having that increase of just being able to use a hell of a lot more players. And yes, obviously some of them are more usable because it is the start of the game, which is fair enough, but it is still very nice to be able to use these players and not be at a massive disadvantage in terms of body weight, in terms of obviously how fast they are shooting wise. That's a cracking ball. Little roulette. It's a great save from Kaylor. It's making the run. Can we get the little touch? The 3-star skill move is what is going to be kind of like his downfall, if anything. Obviously, with the 3-star weak foot, sometimes you can kind of be okay with that. You can just mainly use their stronger foot, obviously his left. But with the skill move, there isn't anything that you can do to kind of outbalance that without just running and not using skills, which is part of some people's games. We've been using them literally all year round, pretty much last year in terms of kind of players like team of the seasons and stuff, so it is kind of hard to not get used to that. But again, you can still make him move. Obviously, you don't always need skill moves. There it is. Oh, and Kevin's taking it. Watching him link up with a bit of Traore, trying to find that pass back, but getting literally mauled with possession there. There he is. Get the left foot on it. Penalty. Knew he was going to do that. It seems to be a big thing when you're so close on. If you press B or go in for the tackle, normally a good amount of time you do push them over. I swear he was left-footed, to be honest, but I could be wrong. Just sided in. Beautiful from him. It is weird, yeah, on Footbin it says his foot is left-footed, but apparently right-footed in terms of this game, so something that definitely needs to be changed there. Unless it's the first left-footer who takes penalties with his right. Little 1-2. He's going to find him through. Dink the keeper. Thought we might have been able to do it, but keeper didn't decide he wanted to. Traore with the finesse. Jabba with the seconds. And Ndidi passing it. One more. I couldn't find Al Jabba finding the spot there. Oh, that's a cracking little finish. Little 1-2. It's going to find the wing for Tyranny. Oh no, Fredericks. Little ball through. Doesn't necessarily have that kind of killer speed, so you're kind of not really going to find many kind of runs from him in terms of that. You want the static play. That passing was awful then, but I think most definitely he is kind of just an out-and-out striker. Nothing really too much else from him. He is just literally a guy that scores goals. Get him in front of the goal and he more than likely will give it a good go. So going into the overall for him then, to be honest, not an awful card. Whoa, what has gone on here? No, we go dark mode. Thank you very much. So in terms of kind of this card, he isn't awful. Obviously, he's coming in at a relatively reasonable price for these, because if we do look at obviously all the other heroes, you'll find that they are quite expensive in comparison to this guy and also a Campos, who again is a very cheap card but looks unreal. But I think these cards, especially like they're going to be the hardest to link. You can see the difference between Prem, Bundesliga, even MLS. Then you've got the Saudi, you've got the Mexican League. They're not going to compare to obviously the major leagues, because that is all they link to, unless you have icons for the for the goalkeeper or a Mexican centre back. Obviously for Al Jabba, the links are kind of just these people. You have got a nice Talisca actually you can link in with today, and obviously Paulinho. So if you went in a 4-5-1, then you could obviously link off to Brazilians if you wanted. But again, are these the best players that you're going to be playing with? Do you want to take up a striker spot with a Talisca, and another centre mid spot with a Paulinho? That for me is kind of what you're kind of aiming for, and it's the same for the likes of a Campos in terms of centre backs that are either from the Mexican League or from Mexico. You can see the level that you're going with, but that's right now. If then maybe you waited until we got a few more informs, a few more specials, then we might be seeing something a bit of a different story, because then we're finding the more informed Mexicans, the more higher rated Saudis, trying to think of the nation there. So I think most definitely these have got a spot in people's teams to some extent. Not saying he's the greatest striker ever either, just no links. He is probably I'd say just above average striker. Good pace, shooting's very nice. Obviously the dribbling, it's very basic at the moment. 3-star skills is just not going to cut it at the moment. And the weird thing is, we took a penalty with him. He hit his right foot. Don't understand why he's left-footed, so someone's lying. I'll have to check back in the video. If you've gone to the start of the video again, check if he says left foot or right foot. But for me, I think he's a good striker. He's just not quite elite level. We've played with Di Natale. We've played with obviously the Pele. They are elite strikers. This guy is a good striker. He'd probably be somewhere sort of like a Aubameyang sort of level, probably under Lukaku, I would say, to be honest. For me, I think Lukaku definitely put in more of a shift and really kind of gets the results in a different means. But for me, I think he is lacking the skills is a kind of a big thing for me. The 3-star weak foot, again, it's a hit and miss. I do like a 4 if I can, but I wouldn't mark him down if he had a 4 if he didn't have the 5. Heading wise, we looked pretty good. Managed to get a few on goal. 120k, 135k. I think he's probably a little bit too expensive right now, but I would again wait and see if he drops down even more. He's only got a discard value of 10,000 and his minimum price is 54, so if we can get anywhere closer to that, I think you're then actually looking for a winner. I'd probably say 100 and less, and maybe then you would be worth to get this card. Overall wise, I'm going to give him a solid 8 out of 10. Hopefully you did enjoy. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.